Welcome back for a joint connection. Yes, this will be premiered weekly on a Sunday. And very separately, we do have a change in schedule of our super chats. So the super chats will be scheduled every Sunday morning and the live will be premiered separately. Now, we do have one day a month that the super chat sessions will be hosted by the membership. It's one day a month. So on one of the Sundays, I'll mention it prior to that occurring. So this week, what you'll find is the super chats will be in the morning, but the following week it will be hosted through our YouTube membership. Now, if you do want to join, the benefit is you can get your private questions asked without prying eyes. I also provide a coaching service for those of you who are on your twin flame path and need that spiritual support, as well as energy check-ins associated to such. Now, without further ado, we're going to get into the update. I do find channeling these energies a lot easier with splitting the super chats up away from it. So we'll see how this goes. It is happening during a Mercury retrograde. I have put a community post up, but hopefully this is landing and all will understand. But I will go into it definitely during the super chats on Sunday morning. Now, the ruin cast that we do have for the joint connection between divine masculine and divine feminine, and this can be a point where we're trying to get our equilibrium. I do feel when we do reach the 19th, especially near the new moon, we are going to need to be quite grounded in spiritual baths, may be potentially essential. Now, this links to the tree juniper. The bird is eagle, the animal is lion, and the constellation is Leo, funny enough. The planet is the sun, so it's really our identity, our movement, how we see things. And it's Sunday. The color yellow, which can be our solar plexus and sacral chakra, I truly believe after the eclipse, we're trying to have the courage really spiritually and the passion. So the ruin cast relates to honor mundane, success, vitality, good fortune, and popularity. And that's the highest octane of it. It is in the upright position. This also on an esoteric level is the higher self, the spiritual will, enlightenment, divine blessing. In reverse, it can relate to gullibility and blindness, and there can be some anxiousness. And I think a lot of us, especially because we do have transits happening in Taurus, it's our nervous system. We can feel edgy. We can feel, okay, are we making the right decision? We're still having that lingering energy of the previous eclipses, which are going to play out over the next 6 to 12 months. But we're going to be wrapping them up, really condensing them, digging deep, diving deep. And this is probably one of the most testing months of the year. So if you are having a challenging time in your ascension process, know that you're not crazy. Definitely seek support if it's something that you're needing, be it from our membership hub or a professional, whomever you feel is going to be correct for you. So what am I saying for this ruin cast? I feel there's a redirection. I feel there is a deeper knowing of what you are, who you are, where you're going. I also feel to not be overzealous. This could be wasteful. This could be indulgence as possible. I feel you're trying to be as realistic as possible. There could be great breakthroughs. There could be sudden breakthroughs. But I also feel, in a sense, especially with the egoic mind, sun can associate to our intuition and ego. So we can be second guessing ourselves. We can be looking for that success. But there is something which psychically I'm being shown. It could be that we are looking at our own individual twin flame path and having to look at the realistic 3D attribute of the circumstances happening. One thing in the group sessions that I did discuss with the members on the twin flame path was that at the moment, if we energetically are all feeling quite triggered, imagine what divine masculine is feeling. So it can be a very big, bold, sudden shifts and changes, and everyone's doing their best, quite fatigued, so to speak. Definitely with Mercury going direct, we can feel like things are moving, but I still feel we spiritually are trying to get our equilibrium. Okay, insecurities and jealousies are possible. And also the mirror work. I really, really strongly feel it's a good time to do the mirror work and see what these reflections are. Now, in the joint connection, what am I seeing coming through for the joint connection? And I'll link the ruin cast back. Okay, any insecurities, especially if there were some insecurities of the past. For some of you, I do feel there's a bit of spying going on. Now, that can go either side, but I do feel insecurities and jealousy. There can be some external influences at play here, and this could be people that maybe are jealous of you, jealous of the connection, controlling and manipulating the dynamic. This also could be some shadow work that's coming up, and you're looking back at the connection, and it could be, especially for those of you in communication, it could be that this person is misinterpreting your energy. It is going to the past tense position. So if there was any lack mentality, I feel it's really shifting. But I do feel at the moment you have this head and heart decision, the both of you. And I feel in your lives you're looking at some hurdles potentially that you're needing to address. You're wanting to have the success. You could have a very realistic viewpoint of what needs to be addressed. I also feel there is a huge potential of dark karmics coming out of the woodwork. So, when we do have these people from the past coming back, it's not just twin flames. It's not just romantic. And I feel this is happening. And I did say this year, it's going to be one of those big karmic wrap-ups. Why is that? Is because Pluto is shifting out of Capricorn. It's retrograde at the moment in Aquarius. By the time we move to the following month, keep an eye on the 11th. That's one of those key point days. And I would say a week either side. These people from the past, this could have been 20 odd years ago. They're going to be coming back, and you do need to decipher and to protect yourself and not be gullible. So it's going in with the integrity. It's going in with the notion to gauge where it's at, but it's to be on your guard. It's to be cautious. I wouldn't say, just be cautious. Now, there is a head and heart situation. I feel both masculine and feminine. There could be some sense of confusion. Both of you are recovering. Both of you want realism, okay? So there's this... I feel some of you could be having headaches. It could be you're thinking about it, you're up in your head, 1 minute's go, 1 minute stop. And this has really caused emotional stagnation and distrust. I feel there's a change in this circumstance. This could be due to a karmic cycle wrapping up. Oh, communication. Okay, your approach is changing. I feel you may need to, Divine Feminine. I wouldn't say be flexible. I don't feel that, but I do feel there's a sudden shift, and it can be within the connection. I also feel for some of you, the attitude you're taking, especially if you've, sort of been in communication with this person and you've said to them, look, you really need to be single. This really needs to be quite neutral. A clean slate. You're trying to be your own best friend. Pardon me, throat chakra. The gist I'm getting is this person has got very concerned. There's insecurities coming up, jealousy. There could be fear that maybe you're going to move forward with another individual. A lot of anxiousness, and I do feel the anxiousness is coming through on both sides of the fence. I do feel this is going to calm down. I also feel, again, for some of you, I am getting 2 individuals. Now, this can very much be in a channeled message. Sometimes it's that this person acts a little bit like Jekyll and Hyde. Other times it can be that they transform overnight, or it's 2 people, okay? Some of you can be turning into a friend. I also feel a friend is... there is a friend on both sides of the fence here who's an ally, and this person could know the both of you. This is a person you directly can trust. I don't feel this person is shady. I don't feel there's someone, it's someone that you couldn't trust. I do feel both sides. There's great trust here. I don't think this person's a malice individual. I am sensing malice individuals circling this circumstance, and I do feel both parties are really going to have to protect themselves this month. I do feel there's gossip and communication coming in. I do feel Divine Masculine is having a change of heart here. Now, in the mix with the Divine Masculine, I feel they're looking back to the true feminine you are. And I feel, you really do place them at war in times, and they feel that you have a lot of courage and confidence. Even though deep down you could feel like you're second guessing yourself. There could have been, for those of you in communication, you made a statement to your counterpart, and they're trying to have the strength. They have very, very strong feelings for you. They're trying to have the courage to address these things. This could be a karmic third party. This could be to jump in the deep end with you. But I definitely feel, I get the ultimatum energy. If this hasn't happened yet, I think it's on its way. This person already knows what you'd say regardless, especially if they're thinking about, okay, what will woman with a hand on the hips. What would my feminine say? How would she feel about the circumstance? Is she okay? Yeah, they're like, you're running out of chances. I do. Again, there could be two individuals here. They could feel that they're pulled in two directions. I know that they're very heavily focused on you. You are the angel in their air. You are the person who is speaking reason to them in their mindset. You don't even need to say anything to them. They use their memory system. They know your vibration. You're also a spiritual friend to this person because you're the mirror to each other. So it's almost like they accidentally will always respect things that you say, even if they do mull over them and step back. They're really going to sit with it and go, oh, okay, how does that resonate? But I do feel, for those of you that haven't been in communication, this is something that was said many moons ago. This was a while ago. It wasn't, most recently. For a group of you, though, there is a conversation piece and an attitude shift that Divine Feminine's had. And it's got this person up in their head. It's got this person feeling like there's a little bit of a fire under their butt, and they're having to address the devil in the detail, move this connection forward. They're also keeping their cards close to their chest. There's a lot of privacy here. The funny thing was, when I pulled this card, the Ace of Coins, 2 messages was given to me. Initially, it came out in reverse, and my guides were really saying they're on the fence about opening up. And this was the way they showed me energetically. I don't think that's going to remain. I think they're just quite apprehensive. They do know what needs to be released. This could be a grudge. It could be a person. But there's an element of protectiveness. There is also a circumstance surrounding wealth and finances. And that naturally comes through in the chakra system. So when we're in lack mentality, we can have a lot of money going out the door. And then when we're in detachment and we have back to the ruin cast of what it was meaning, which is the yellow chakra, it's co-creative. This can be around family. And I feel both feminines and masculines are having subjects to do with confidence and family and home-related dynamics and, our insecurities and our inner child. It's all coming up. It is getting to this point that by doing this work, we are feeling more confident to connect and create with individuals. But at this point in time, divine masculine in the mix is sort of like, oh, I've got to work on this. I need to be more open. What I come with is adequate. Who I am is adequate. I don't need to be everything to everyone. And I think that's beautiful. Okay, some of you look, this divine masculine knows that people gossip. They are very careful about what they do. They're very careful about who they say things to. But nevertheless, there is a person that is gossiping about them, and they're aware of this. Let me pull a clarifier. Yep, it's the devil in disguise. Okay, you need to be careful about who you're getting your gossip from. It is Mercury retrograde, after all. It's going direct soon. This could have been somebody that they work with. This could be somebody that has an ulterior motive. I'm saying 3 people, and I see that they are... they want to talk to somebody. Okay, who they're dealing with maybe is very unstable. They also feel that they have felt a little bit unstable. Sometimes they feel you can do so much more, even though their heart completely resonates with you. I'm really feeling they're having a light bulb moment, and I'm really feeling they're getting out of their way, because we have two masculines here as a clarifier, but I feel it's the shadow. So I feel anywhere where they felt that they had not owned their power, they know where the conflict's coming from. So it's about pulling, addressing the elephant in the room and going, no, this isn't about me. This is about things that I need to leave behind, confidences, and, the courage to be loved for who I am. I do feel they're having a revelation of the person they're set to become. And I think this is very soon. This is like a 180. So the outcome card is divine masculine actually having a change, radically coming through. We even saw it coming through in the joint connection of a sudden shift, at the heart of the foundation, a sudden shift where they're directly moving towards you. I do feel somebody important is going to give them some advice. Some of you might have a dream of this individual. Others of you may directly hear from it. It can be a parent figure for some, but this can be a individual that is very trusted, very respected, and I think they're going to guide them correctly. Masculine may have also had a tower moment. I can see some angst and anxiety, but I definitely feel that they're wanting to turn in towards you. They don't want to harbour problems onto you, especially if there needs to be some sense of forgiveness of the past. But they're definitely thinking about you in their heart space. Now, Divine Feminine, what do I see coming through for you guys in the mix of this week? And feel free to join our super chats. Like I said, next week, it's going to be in the members hub. So if you want to come through and join us in the members, come through and we can do that. Otherwise, the next super chat will be scheduled and you can click the bell. Now, let's have a look. What do I say for you guys? Okay, you're just like, look, I'm unimpressed. Yeah. You could be looking for some of you at energy, intention, spiritual beliefs, values, the way you address triggers. I feel there's a shake-up and a change-up. I also feel that you're trying to take a brand new approach with this. Some of you, I do feel there's a possibility that you're just looking at going, I need to deal with this differently. It's funny. I automatically went for the chakra cards. And the first question I was going to ask is, because I was seeing some divine feminines, because they haven't spoke, they may be speaking their truth. They also may be reaching out to this individual. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, depending on your circumstance. I mean, if you're particularly going into your third eye and saying to yourself, what if they've forgotten my number, and you were in contact with them about a month ago or a week ago? Well, no, they do have your number. I would step back unless there was conflict. Yeah. So some of you actually, if you haven't had communication in a while, it can be something as simple as white flag, keeping it neutral, not really asking a question, but rather making a statement. That can go in your favor. Others of you, I do see there's this kind of review, of how things have gone today, and that your attitude and your feeling is you don't want to cause any dramas. You also don't want to go into more heartache. You're avoiding heartache. And sometimes that avoidance can actually look like, well, I don't really want to be in love then, with anyone. I want to protect my heart. So for some of you, there is a possibility. But I think that you're trying to change. This can be a change of attitude, a change of the way that you are handling the emotional connection, because what you are wanting to achieve is success. And this can be a sudden level up in your vibration where you realize how much power you directly have. And I do think this can be quite a positive situation. It doesn't mean to say that we're not going to have ups and downs, okay? It doesn't mean to say that if we have the courage to try something, different in a style, or deal with the passions. I do feel some of you are having revelations that you want to, start a business, or it could be socializing, connecting, networking, getting out there more. This also could be from a wound sense, because this is a card of Aries, is that we're trying to get our balance back. The courage to be our beautiful, bold selves. And this could be in relation to image as well. Wellness, image, caring for thyself. But it all does come down to the inside. They're our core belief systems. Some of you are thinking that this person is so focused on work and their own dynamics and, quite driven, and they're quite ambitious, that they may not have the courage to speak to you. And I'm saying the polar opposite here. I feel some of you could be quite protective of yourself, and there's others of you that just feel you'd like to have a moment. You'd like to have a moment to think. You'd like to maybe go on a holiday or do something that is, more in vibrational alignment to you. But others of you are really thinking, where is this individual? It's like they've dropped off the planet. Okay. I think there's a good opportunity of outcomes, but I don't know why I get after this week. We can have some major movement. Now, this can come in early, depending on how detached you are. But for some of you, I feel somebody is coming out of the woodworks. Yeah. Some of you are thinking this person's not even thinking about you. Okay, universe, what is the real deal with this? Is this all in divine feminine set place? Because that's what my guides are showing me. Yeah, this person is actually moving towards you. For some, you may move towards this person. You may travel. This could be a conversation piece. I do feel there's a Jupiter energy here. Okay, the truth is coming out. There is a home truth that's going to be given to you. Some of you do need to connect to individuals. Some of you are telling yourselves that this person, if they're in a karmic relationship, that they're really happy. And again, I do see gossip coming through. I do see a very messy situation wrapping up, regardless of what the status is. Okay, yeah, divine masculine. They're also thinking the same thing as you. They are thinking back to wanting some quiet time with you, wanting to have some fun, wanting things to be quite upbeat. I think this is a change in attitude, and I think over the coming months there's going to be a change in vibration with this connection. Some of them are thinking about actually wanting to move in with you. Where would you live? What would it be? The distance between you? Yeah, it's almost like they're looking at you as a divine feminine who is very, very traditional. And they really want to give this to you. Some of them are face on addressing divorces. This also could be a breakdown that occurred. Go back and have a look at the twin flame updates that we released on Friday. It looks like there was a bit of a showdown. Okay, divine feminine's thinking because of the silence, this person is actually not interested in reconciliation. But you may actually have a very big surprise, divine feminine. This person already made up their mind. This person's wrapping a situation up. This person is grabbing their confidence and really wanting to come back towards you. I will check in with you next week. Come join us. And if you do want to join our super chats, they are scheduled. The ones that are premiered are to the public, and I have one session a month that is within the members. The following week, it will be in the members. If you want to come through and join us, come through. Otherwise, I'll see you the following week. Take care, beautifuls.